Live. Okay. So today we're just going to jump into it with sun salutations, and we're going to do 4 sun salutations slowly. And we're going to focus, like we've been focusing on, is acceptance. And that's the quality we're learning on the yoga mat. That's the mindset we're trying to obtain on the yoga mat. So when you go out in the so-called real world, you have that same mindset of acceptance, of non-judgment, and all those type of qualities. And you're not controlling, so you're letting go of control. You're gaining the mindset of letting go of control. You're letting go of the mindset of trying to be somewhere. So to gain that mindset on the yoga mat, what we're going to do is focus on 4 sun salutations, and you're going to focus on the breathing during these sun salutations. So in each pose, you want to settle in the pose, get where you get, wherever you are, accept it. Don't try to be somewhere. Don't think, okay, I need to do the perfect textbook pose, or I need to be here, or man, I'm not doing this right, or my back's hurting in this one. Let all that go. What you want to do is focus on the breathing. So you settle in the pose, focus on the breathing, and that focus is what allows the mind and body to become one, which is yoga. So we'll do 4 sun salutations, then we'll go to the mountain pose. Well, we'll begin in the mountain pose, and after the sun salutations, we go back in the mountain pose. Then we go into the easy pose, and we will wind down from there and sealing it up with a yogic seal. So let's go to mountain pose. Toes come up, spread the toes as wide as you can. Then each toe touches one at a time. So spread them out. The knees are slightly bent, maybe. The hips are tilted. No tension in the shoulders. So the shoulders are relaxed, arms are relaxed. You're going to think of yourself as lengthened. So you're getting tall. But at the same time, you're finding that spot where the skeleton's just standing. Everyone's going to be different. So find the spot where your skeleton is just standing with no tension. And just focus on the breathing. Even in this pose, you settle in it. Then you focus on the breathing. And that focus is what allows the mind and body to become one. And that's yoga. When you bring the palms together, the thumbs go to the heart center. All I'm doing is going up and back. This is the prayer symbolic hand gesture. For me, I go out a little bit because I match that to my body. So my chest is tight, my shoulders are tight. So when I go up, I go like this. I accept it. So palms to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back. Inhale. It's the first bend, so just listen to the body. Don't try to go somewhere. Just accept where you are. And they're going to reach out, hinge forward from the lower back. And then you just fall into the ragdoll. So with the ragdoll, the arms are dangling, the head is dangling. Legs are straight or as straight as you can get them. Settle in the pose. Accept where you are, and then focus on the breathing. The palms go to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. You're going to arch the back, inhaling slowly. And then you're going to exhale. As you exhale, you pull yourself in and down, push all the air out. Just go where you can go. Get all the air out. And again, arch the back, raise the head, inhale, and just do the best you can, accept where you are, and then exhale. Push all the air out. And then one more, arch the back, raise the head, inhale, then exhale, push all the air out. Pull yourself in and down. And the palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back into a low lunge. So with the back foot, the top of the foot's to the floor, knees to the floor, and you're thinking of the hips, pushing the hips forward diagonally. The back is straight, maybe slightly arch. Just do the best you can, settle in the pose, and then focus on the breathing. Now think of the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up. We're going to go to a high lunge. We won't stay here, but you settle in the high lunge, then going into the downward dog. With the downward dog, the arms are straight, legs are straight, heels towards the floor, or the heels are into the floor. No tension in the neck. So the head is dangling, and the tailbone is going to the ceiling. And just do the best you can. If you need to modify the pose, modify it. Then accept where you are, and then focus on the breathing. Now you're going to slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest, you slide up. And technically, tops of the feet are to the floor. Of course, the palms are to the floor. And if you need to modify this pose, you just go down. No tension in the shoulders, but you're bringing them up. So with this, you're using the back muscles, which are pull muscles. So you're pulling up, you're not pushing, no pressure on the hands. And if not, you just go into the upward dog or modify it. However you do it is fine. Settle in it, accept it, and focus on the breathing. Then back to downward dog. Arms are straight. Legs are straight. Heels towards the floor. Tailbones to the ceiling. I need to fix my shirt. Accept where you are and just focus on the breathing. Now you bring the left foot up between the hands. That's the foot you took back, so that's the one you bring up because that allows you to do the other side. Think of the hips pushing forward diagonally. Top of the foot's to the floor, knees to the floor. Back is arched maybe or straight. Head is up. You just do the best you can. Settle in the pose, accept where you are, focus on the breathing. Now think of the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, settle in the high lunge, then move into the standing forward bend. Palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down. Palms together, reach out. Up and back, inhale. Exhale, turn the palms out, push the air down and out. And again, inhale, another sun salutation. This will be the second one. And then exhale, hinge forward from the lower back. This time, we're just going to go into the standing forward bend. So palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down. Focus on the breathing. And in this pose, you're letting yourself breathe. When you inhale, the belly swells with air, so it pushes you out of the pose slightly. And when you exhale, the belly goes in, and you go back into the pose just a little bit. It's a subtle movement, but you're aware of it. You're focused on the breathing, but you're aware of the subtle movement. Palms to the sides of the feet. Right leg is back into a low lunge. So the top of the foot's to the floor, knees to the floor, back is arched or maybe straight. You want to make sure the knee is not going over the toe. If it is, you need to lengthen up. And then just settle in the pose. Accept where you are and focus on the breathing. Now think of the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge, settle here. Then move into the downward dog, arms are straight, legs are straight, heels towards the floor or into the floor. Tailbones going to the ceiling. No tension in the neck, so the head is dangling. Then you slide into the upper dog. So drop down to the knees and the chest, slide up. Modify the pose how you have to. If you need to go to the small cobra, go to the small cobra with the belly on the floor. Or you just go to hands and knees. Just do what you can, settle in it, accept it, and focus on the breathing. And back to downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Heels to the floor, towards the floor, tailbones to the ceiling. And you're pushing a little bit more than you were before, just a little bit. Listen to the body. And then you're going to bring the right foot up between the hands. And then you think of the hips. Get the hips square, pushing forward diagonally. Top of the foot's to the floor, knees to the floor. Just do the best you can. Focus on the breathing. Accept where you are. And that's the quality that you're learning on the yoga mat, acceptance. And essentially, you're just accepting yourself, which allows you to accept. Now think of the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up. Standing forward bend, so bring the left foot up between the hands, pull yourself in and down. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push the air down and out. And two more sun salutations. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward from the lower back. Pull yourself in and down for the standing forward bend. Let yourself breathe. And focus on the breathing. Palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back into a low lunge. So the knees to the floor, top of the foot to the floor. Think of the hips, pushing them diagonally. And just focus on the breathing. Settle in the pose, accept where you are, and focus on the breathing. And now we're going to go into the high lunge. So with the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, settle in the high lunge, then downward dog, pushing into it. Pushing a little bit more than you were before. Settle in the pose, accept where you are, and focus on the breathing. And slide into the upper dog, modify it how you have to, get there how you have to, modify the pose how you have to. Settle in the pose, accept where you are, even if you're just on your hands and knees. Accept it. That's where you are, and focus on the breathing. That focus will allow the mind and body to become one. And if you're doing that, no matter how the pose looks, you're doing yoga. Back to downward dog, pushing into it, pushing a little bit more. Now left foot is up between the hands into a low lunge. So think of the hips, pushing them diagonally. Maybe the back is arched, maybe it's flat. Just settle in the pose. Accept where you are and focus on the breathing. And I'm aware that I keep on repeating that, but that's what you want to do. Acceptance. That's what we're learning. Acceptance. Now think of the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge. Standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down. You're still letting yourself breathe. Just focus on the breathing. And you're aware of the subtle movement of the belly pushing you out. And then when you exhale, the belly goes in, allows you to go into the pose a little bit more. Now you're not focused on that movement. You're just aware of it. And you're aware of it because you're focused on the breathing. So palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Exhale, one more sun salutation. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching out, hinging from the lower back. Pull yourself in and down. Palms to the sides of the feet. Right leg is back into a low lunge. Think of the hips, pushing them forward. With the back foot, the foot is flat, knees to the floor. Settle in the pose, accept where you are, and focus on the breathing. Now think of the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge, then standing up, downward dog. I apologize. I'm ahead of myself. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones going to the ceiling while the heels are going towards the floor. No tension in the neck. Then you can slide into the upper dog or the cobra or hands and knees or whatever you can do. Just focus on the breathing. So you're going to settle in the pose, accept where you are, focus on the breathing. And then back to downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight. No tension in the neck, so the head is dangling. Tailbone's going to the ceiling. Heels towards the floor. You're pushing a little bit more than you were before. And then right foot is up between the hands. So with the back foot is flat, knees to the floor. Think of the hips, pushing them forward diagonally. Square them up, push them forward. Now think of the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, going into the high lunge, then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down, let yourself breathe. Focus on the breathing. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push the air down and out, exhale. And then you're gonna go to the mountain pose. So feet are shoulder width apart, toes are spread. Knees are bent, hips are tilted, arms are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. Think of yourself as being tall, so lengthen up. Find the spot where the skeleton is just standing. Now we're going to go to easy pose. So if you're on a mat, you're going to go to the back of the mat if you like. You can go in the front if you want. Do whatever you want. Doesn't matter. I'm going to go to the front. In a live class, I go in the back. Here, I need to be in front of the camera. Back is straight. Hands are in front. Hands are to your knees or in your lap. Again, like I repeat, if you need to go back, do that. If you need to bring a leg up, if you need to go to a wall, whatever you need to do, that's what you have to do. So you accept it. So you position yourself where you're comfortable, accept where you are, and then just focus on the breathing. You're not trying to be somewhere. You're not trying to control. You're letting go of that mindset, letting go of judgment. You're just accepting. And that's a quality that we're learning on the yoga mat. And all the benefits like the flexibility and the coordination and all that stuff, that'll happen. That happens. But your focus is on the breathing. It's a mind and body exercise, technically. So you're going to tilt the head to the right ears to the right shoulder, left shoulder's down, back is straight. Focusing on the breathing. When you're focused on the breathing, you're aware of the stretch in the left side of the neck. Maybe you're aware of an injury, maybe in the lower back or your knee or wherever. But you're not focused on those things. You're focused on the breathing. You're aware of them, but you're focused on the breathing. Bring the head to center. Now tilt the head to the left ears to the left shoulder, right shoulder stays down, back stays straight. Focusing on the breathing. Bring the head to center. Bring the head back. You're not jarring the head back. You're reaching up. Focus on the breathing. Head down to the chest. I'm sorry, the chin down to the chest. Back is straight. Bring the head to the center. Neck rolls, drop the head down to the right, down and around. As the head goes down and around, you're exhaling. As the head goes up and back, you're inhaling. You're focusing on the breathing. You're letting the body follow the breathing. And then when the head goes to the top, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down and around. Inhale as you go up. Then when the head goes to the top, bring yourself to center. Shoulder shrug, shoulders to the ears, back, down, and around. Shoulders go up, you're inhaling. As the shoulders go back and down, you're exhaling. And when the shoulders go to the ears, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down, inhale as you go up. And you just focus on the breathing, which makes you aware of the movement. And then when the shoulders go to the ears, bring yourself to center. Trunk rotations, drop it down to the right, down and around. As you go down and around, you're reaching out and the back is straight and you're exhaling. As you go up, you're inhaling. Again, let the body follow the breathing. Focus on the breathing, which allows you to become aware of the movement. And then when the trunk goes to the top, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down and around. Inhale as you go up. And then when the trunk goes to the top, bring yourself to center. You do a half spinal twist. So left hand's on the right knee. Right arm goes up. Pull yourself up. Then you twist. Palm goes to the floor and send the back. Arm is straight. It's against the back. Make sure the head is twisting. Letting yourself breathe. Settle in the pose. Accept where you are. And focus on the breathing. Go ahead and release. Back to center. The right hand is on the left knee. Left arm is up. Pull yourself up. Then you twist. Palm goes to the floor and send the back. Arm is straight and it's against the back. Make sure the head is twisting. Settle in the pose. Accept where you are and focus on the breathing. And back to center. You just focus on the breathing, watching yourself breathe. You're not controlling it. You're just watching it. For the yoga seal, you're going to reach behind you, grab the left wrist with the right hand, or the right wrist with the left hand, whatever you like to do, and lean forward, bring the forehead down towards the floor or to the floor. This is the yoga seal, and you're sealing in all the benefits of the yoga poses. You're keeping the peace that you gained through the rest of the day. And then bring yourself back up. Hands go back in front, back is straight. We'll stay here just a little bit longer. So just watch yourself breathe. And you're already breathing automatically. So you're not controlling it, you're just watching it. And what you're going to watch is the belly going in and out as the air goes in and out. Are you going to focus on the tip of the nose where the air goes in and out? Whatever you like to do, just focus on that and watch yourself breathe. Bring the palms together. Namaste. And that's it. So that's the 25th YouTube Live yoga routine. And I'll see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Time, from 5:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. or so. So, namaste, peace and love.